Faraday Future, a California-based luxury EV car and intelligent mobility ecosystem company, and Property Solutions Acquisition Corporation, Nasdaq ticker symbol PSAC, a special purpose acquisition company, have announced they entered into a definitive agreement for a business combination. Following the closing, the combined company will be listed on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol FFIE. Faraday Future's flagship product offering will be the FF91. Featuring industry-leading 1050 horsepower, 0 to 60 in less than 2.4 seconds, zero gravity seats with the largest 60-degree reclining angles, and a revolutionary user experience designed to create a mobile, connected, and luxurious third internet living space. FF91 is targeted to launch within 12 months after the closing of the business combination. In this video, we will take a deep dive analysis of the company background and the product offerings of Faraday Future. The industry experts forecast that the EV car market is expected to be 7.7 million units sold annually by 2025. The last mile delivery market is expected to be 470,000 annual units sold by 2025. We will then look at the share structure and the merger transaction details. Finally, we'll try to come up with a valuation both for the best case scenario and a conservative case scenario. So please stay for the whole video so you find all the details about this luxury EV car SPAC. Hi, this is Arshad Ahmed, founder of DIYstockpicker.com, an investment portal dedicated to help investors make intelligent decisions. This video is for information purposes, and please do your due diligence before making any investment decisions. So let's get started. Faraday Future was founded by Chinese businessman Mr. Jia Youting in April 2014 and is headquartered in Los Angeles, California. The company went through many financial troubles during 2016 and 2017. The CFO and CTO left the company and formed Canoo, the EV company. Nevertheless, Faraday Future has its first product, the FF91, which is an ultra-luxury EV car ready to launch within 12 months of closing of the transaction. The following are the key highlights. 300 plus employees led by CEO Dr. Carsten Bredfield and a highly experienced management team. The company is targeting deployment in major cities of US, Europe, and China. The company's battery, drivetrain, and propulsion technology is backed by 880 patents filed and is independently verified by the EV leader Roland Berger. The FF91 has 1050 horsepower and go from 0 to 60 in less than 2.4 seconds. The variable platform architecture is a skateboard-like design which can be sized to fit various motor and powertrain components. This modular design supports the development of various consumer and commercial electric vehicles. About 60% of the components can be shared across vehicles. This reduces the cost and time to market. Faraday Future's propulsion system includes industry-leading inverter design, battery pack, and propulsion system. The internet, autonomous and intelligent design offers high-performance computing and high-speed internet connectivity, over-the-air updates, and an ecosystem for third-party apps integration. These proprietary inventions in the luxury car offer an amazing user experience to the passengers. Let's take a look at the manufacturing capabilities of Faraday Future. The company has a USA manufacturing facility at Hanford, California. Only $90 million of capital is required to renovate to get the plant ready for start of production, which is expected to start within 9 months post-equity financing. The plant has a capacity to produce 10,000 vehicles annually. Faraday Future has also contracted the manufacturing to a partner in South Korea. The company has signed an agreement with Shin to manufacture vehicles in South Korea. Shin is a company with significant experience in automotive production. There is a plant that had been used by GM in the past that has been retooled to manufacture EV vehicles. The plant is expected to produce 270,000 vehicles per year. Faraday Future is contemplating a joint venture with Geely Holdings and a Tier 1 Chinese city to establish and manufacture vehicles in China. The company is contemplating to establish a Chinese headquarters. The total annual production capacity is expected to be 250,000 vehicles starting 2025 and an additional 150,000 vehicles starting 2026. The Tier 1 Chinese city is expected to provide subsidies and government rebates. Let's take a look at the product offerings of Faraday Future. The FF91 is ultra-luxury EV car, which is expected to roll out within 12 months of post-equity financing. The car has a range of 378 miles on a single charge, powered by a 130 kWh battery, and is DC fast charging enabled. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2.4 seconds. 1,050 horsepower motor, all-wheel drive, and truly mobile connectivity with broadband internet speed. The car has over 100 inches of high-resolution viewing area across 11 displays. It's fully certified to meet US and China government regulations. FF91 has been named one of the best cars of CES 2020. The car is expected to cost over $100,000. The FF81 will be the mass market EV expected to go production in the third quarter of 2023. The cost is expected to be between $60,000 and $95,000. The FF71, which is expected to go production in the fourth quarter of 2024, is expected to cost between $40,000 and $65,000. Faraday Future also has a last mile delivery vehicle that is expected to roll out in the fourth quarter of 2023. The growth of e-commerce and tightening emission regulations are supposed to provide tailwinds for the delivery commercial vehicles. There are 3 size configurations available, and all of them are based on the variable platform architecture. The vehicle is supposed to have a cargo capacity of 500 cubic feet. There will be different ranges available from 110 to 330 miles. The vehicle is expected to charge from 20% to 80% within 25 minutes. Let's take a look at the merger transaction details. Pro forma implied equity value of approximately $3.37 billion, $748 million cash to balance sheet to fund the growth. Transaction includes $230 million of cash held in trust and $775 million PIPE financing. The deal is expected to close in the second half of 2021. The vendors have agreed to convert their debt obligations to equity. Founder YT Jia's creditors have also agreed to this equity conversion. We will discuss more about this when we discuss the risk factors. Let's take a look at the share structure. Total shares outstanding of 337 million, 51.1% seller rollover equity, 17.2% debt converted to equity, 6.8% SPAC shareholders, 1.9% SPAC sponsors, 23% PIPE investors. Let's try to come up with a valuation for the Faraday Future. The company is targeting EV vehicle sales in 2 major markets of US and China. FF91 is expected to begin deliveries in the first quarter of 2022. FF81 and FF71 starting in 2023 and 2024. Last mile delivery engagements entering production in 2023. Market share implied of 3% in electric vehicles and 7% in last mile delivery by 2025. The revenue is expected to grow to $20 billion by 2025 estimated. Let's do a valuation based on the management's figures for 2025. $21.445 billion of expected revenue and EBITDA of $2.312 billion. Valuation multiple of EV by EBITDA of 10. That gives an enterprise value of $23 billion. Divided by the 337 million shares outstanding, this gives a valuation of $68 per share in 2025 estimated. For a conservative valuation for 2025, we will discount the management estimates by 50%. That gives $10.5 billion revenue and EBITDA of $1.1 billion. Again, the valuation multiple of 10 for EV by EBITDA, which gives an enterprise value of $11 billion. Divided by the 337 million shares outstanding, that gives a valuation of $32 per share in 2025 estimated. There are a few risks involved in investing in Faraday Future. This is a company with no revenue. The company is basically starting from the ground floor with a valuation of $3 billion. The valuation estimates given by management are extremely generous. The EV sector is seeing new companies infused from cash from the SPAC transaction. There is a lot of competition, and even the current combustion vehicle holders are not very excited to upgrade their vehicles to EV even after government subsidies. The real money in EV sector is in the commercial market, but the last mile vehicle is not supposed to roll out until the 2023 last quarter. The luxury EV car market is still nascent. The company is depending on revenues from this segment until the mass market vehicles go into production in late 2023 and early 2024. There are a lot of high capital expenditure activities like completing the manufacturing plant, setting up the sales and distribution networks, building the brand, etc. These will result in high operating costs and will eat into the margins. Founder YT Jia is closely associated with Faraday Future's image and brand. In June 2020, the Shenzhen Stock Exchange of China found Mr. Jia not fit to be a director or an executive officer of a publicly listed company. This was due to a violation by a public company founded by Mr. Jia. These violations include improper use of funding, discrepancies in the forecast and financials, and improper use of the capital raised from the public offering. While Mr. Jia has completed completed his debt restructuring plan and chapter level bankruptcy, he remains on China's debtor blacklist. I hope you found the video informational. I have analyzed the Canoo EV company and you should see that video on this end screen. I hope to see you in that video. Thanks for watching.